Brock, what's the excitement like just getting ready for the SEC opener, especially with it being a big road test?
Right, we're definitely more excited and getting after it at practice. So, I mean, everyone's just working hard every day. So, it's a lot of excitement, I guess, out there.
How do you guys prepare for such kind of a ruckus road game and environment? Have y'all been like blaring, music and stuff like that at practice?
Yeah, like we do crowd noise like over the loudspeakers. So, it gets hard to hear sometimes. Just working on things on offense without being able to hear, because just trying to imitate the game as much as we can here during practice.
Are you sick of Sandstorm yet?
Oh, no, not yet. No. They played every day, though.
How much more comfortable do you feel through 2 games on the field this year compared to this time last year? We're still just kind of settling in.
Oh, yeah, it's completely night and day. Like, I think after 2 games last year, everything was still moving pretty fast for me, and it was like just kind of hard to make like reads and doing kind of like process and everything. But after 2 games this year, I feel pretty comfortable.
How do you feel like you've done through 2 games and managing all the the high expectations everybody had for you coming in?
I mean, I feel good about it. Just trying to make plays when numbers called, and just doing my job out there.
Where do you feel like this offense is right now? 2 games in the books, getting ready to play on Saturday.
Like what do you mean?
Just generally how it's been as the flow and just what you guys have been able to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, I like where we're at. Just being able to distribute the ball to like all the dudes on our offense. There's just so many good dudes, like just good playmakers, like Ladd, AD, Kenny, Kendall, all them. It's good to have all them.
You mentioned that last week. I think 15 different guys caught passes. I think 16 for the year. Just what does that speak to when you talk about having so many guys be able to contribute like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just all about having athletes and just getting the ball in their hands. So it's good to like be able to spread the wealth and just get everyone the ball. It's fun.
As a guy who caught a lot of passes last year, that doesn't bug you at all?
I mean, we're winning games and just out there playing, so it's fun. It's all good.
What have you thought about how you guys, as far as the tight ends, how you guys have played so far?
I think the Titans have been playing pretty good. Darnell, like on film, you can see he's playing physical, and feel like I'm trying to do my part. And whenever Oscar and AG get out there, they've been doing their thing too, knowing their assignment, and everyone else who gets out there is just kind of doing their thing.
You're defending champs and #1 team in the country, so we're always looking for flaws. To this point, it's been Georgia's just not running the football the way we're used to seeing Georgia run. What's your feelings on that? Do you feel like that's just the choices that you guys are making on offense, or are there situations where you feel like you guys need to improve on when it's kind of everybody in the stadium knows you got to run football?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something we've been working on in practice. That's pretty much every week, just working on running the ball. But I feel like we've been last 2 games, we've just been kind of throwing it and getting out on the perimeter quick, and being able to use our athletic dudes to get in space and make plays.
You mentioned Darnell a few minutes ago. What's it like just watching the film and seeing the way he blocks and the way he attacks those blocks?
It's pretty amazing, just like his size and being able to be under control, moving that fast. And it was pretty funny watching the film from the last 2 games, just him just tossing people and running people over. It's pretty fun.
When you're watching film with people going against Darnell, do you ever kind of see the other players' faces going against him like a holy heck kind of moment or anything of that nature?
I mean, if I was them, I'd be probably going backwards. If he was coming at me, I'd be trying to get out of the way.
Brock, what's the learning curve for Gilbert, having missed last season, to get up to speed and be able to be out there more?
What do you mean, like learning curve?
Well, I mean, how have you seen him progress in practice? Because we're obviously not seeing as much on the field as maybe some people expected.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like trying to get in the new offense, like getting new offense down, and just trying to learn it and just learn all the little things. Because there's a bunch of little things in the offense that's a little bit challenging to learn straight off.
Against Oregon, you yourself had a pretty impressive block on Ladd's first touchdown there. How far do you think you've improved as a blocker time you've been in college?
I mean, just doing it more just helps me, and I think I've improved decently, at least blocking-wise, since I first got here.
What stands out to you about South Carolina, specifically the defense that you guys are going to be going up against?
They have some good dudes up in the middle and at DB, and they're just just preparing like every other week, just trying to get after it and trying to imitate them as best as we can on the scout side of the ball, and I think they've been doing a good job of that.
Where have you seen Stetson improve the most this season compared to where he was this time last year?
That's a good question. I mean, I think him just making quick decisions and I mean, kind of like me, just knowing what to do, like when to do it, and knowing when to make checks, and kind of just all like the little stuff like that, I think.
I want to say Darnell had a career high in catches against Oregon. Do you think there's been more of a concerted effort to get him the ball? Is that just kind of the flow of the offense been, or what's your kind of take?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both, just trying to get the ball to our athletes, but I mean, it just kind of depends on how the defense plays it and who gets the ball when. I mean, I think it's just the way it'll happen.
I know we talked a little bit about crowd noise. How do you handle that as an offense when you're struggling to hear literally the play call? Like, how do you handle that?
I mean, most of our stuff on offense is all like hand signals and stuff. So that's pretty much how we handle it. And what helps too is just trying to process before the play, like what could be checked where, and so that helps a lot too. But most of it's just. I remember Auburn last year. We couldn't hear a thing. And it was kind of surprising to me because that was like our first. Or one of our first actual road games in the SEC.
Do you have a cardboard Brock Bowers at your apartment, like the bank is doing?
I do not. My mom actually has one.
She does?
Yeah, she special requested one. It freaked me out when I first went home.
Where'd she have it?
Oh, it was when I got there in May. It was like sitting in the living room. I walk in, it's like kind of dark in there. And it spooked because I thought there was like someone standing there.
Yours is a special situation. I'm assuming your parents are still living in Napa. What is your logistics for being able to get home, and has anything changed on that front?
I mean, we get some time, like in May we get a couple weeks. So that's like the main time to go home, like spring break, get a little break, and 4th of July we get a little break. So try to just make it out kind of as much as I can.
Do you miss it, just being far from home?
A little bit. I mean, yeah, I guess.
There's obviously a loaded tight end room and everybody wants the ball. What do you tell guys like Delpit and AG when they're not getting as much playing time to just be ready whenever their number's called?
Yeah, I mean everyone's been working at practice. They're doing the same stuff we do. So I feel like they're prepared, and just being prepared is kind of the most important part. And I guess everything else will come whenever they get the chance.
Cedric Van Pran told us earlier this week that a lot of the offensive linemen have nicknames for each other. You guys have the same kind of thing in the tight end room, and if so, what's your nickname?
There's not much like in the tight end room, I guess. I'm not sure. I can't think of any right now. Yeah.
When you see Darnell hurdle over somebody, does he take on a different persona? He just has a different name instead of Darnell, or he's just Darnell still?
I mean, a bunch of people call him Big O.
Big O.
Yeah.
Mentioning Oscar, just what have you seen from him from his first 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, I see him kind of like me a little bit, just kind of out there. The first game seemed like be going a little fast. Like that's exactly how I felt. Was just people were flying by my face. I was like, wow, the first game. But last game he seemed to settle in a little bit, make a little bit more big time blocks a little bit. So it's been good to see.
Have you ever hurdled anybody in a game?
I'm not much of a hurdler now.
We have time for 2 more questions.
Has Darnell inspired you to try that, or you gonna let Darnell stick with that?
I think I'll let Darnell stick with that because people don't really try to ankle bite me; they try to ankle bite him. So.
Is the communication and just the prep each week with Todd Monken just kind of like routine and secondhand for you guys? When last year you're a freshman, you're learning things. Is it just kind of easier to communicate and just prepare each week with Monken now?
Yeah, I mean, we add like new install pretty much weekly. So, I mean, that was kind of a shock at first, just trying to learn everything on the fly. Because I wasn't totally like solid with the original playbook to start, and then him adding stuff every week didn't help me as a freshman. But then I was like, now I'm all caught up, so it's all good now. It's a lot easier.
All right, thank you, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you.